On the way back to the ranch, you come across a drunken man holding a bottle. And he says, "Partake?" And at that moment, Crystal face palms. As soon as she sees him and says, "Oh my gods, they let him out?" Do yourselves a favor. Do not partake. The man's mad as a hatter, and that bottle contains things that make me blush, being an alchemist. She rolls her eyes and crosses her arms. Don't even try talking to the man. He only ever says one word. Bifrost, the gods rest his soul, being far too kind for his own good, found him on the street one day, picked him up over his shoulder, and brought him into me. So I checked him into the Darkon Sanatorium, the only place equipped to help the man. It's mind-boggling to me that he got out. Remind me to have a word with Dark Bell. The man motions to Kwoi. "Partake?" But Kwoi just puts a flower in the neck of his bottle. But in a few seconds, the flower withers and dies. And Kwoi says, "You killed my flower." Crystal replies, "I told you." Do you say anything?
No, I mean, I have priorities right now, and they're not interacting with the various people around here. They're trying to figure out if my friends actually found the terrifying serial killer that they were chasing, that I got distracted from by trying to find and rescue a child. So I'm just kind of like, I'm probably already like walking past this, just like, yeah. Thanks, Crystal. Walking around this.
Crystal says, "We better bring this nutball back to the ranch. We can lock him in the barn until I can get a hold of the sanatorium gods. My friends, the tribunal, they got conned by this man more than a few times, partaking of his bottle and ending up collapsed on the ground, or seeing things that would make Kwoi giggle, or a handful of other effects, like what just happened with her flower." Andrew, do you say anything?
I don't say anything, but as I briskly walk by this guy, I try and snatch the bottle.
Make me a thievery check.
Can it be acrobatics?
It's thievery.
Is that public or private?
That is public.
Unless you can explain how a backflip steals the bottle, nope. I'd love to hear.
Not only do you not snatch the bottle, the man just swiftly turns around and he holds the bottle out to you. "Partake?"
Well, I was going to partake after I snatched it, so sure.
We got another one, guys. I will explain about this character after the session. So, you partake of the bottle. Androvin, make me a fortitude save.
Private, public?
Public. Okay. You take you just gulp it down. You just gulp down a big gulp, and it goes down your throat like fire, and it feels like your stomach is on fire. It feels like your lungs are on fire. It feels like your intestines are on fire. It feels like your entire insides are on fire. But you managed to withstand the effects.
Excellent. Well, I've learned one thing. I'm never going to drink that again.
And afterwards, your skin is bright red, and it looks like the little wisps of vapor are coming off of your skin.
I'm smoking.
Yes, you are. And so, but you make it back to the ranch long before everyone else, because they're having to deal with this man.
I break into a run to catch up.
Okay, so Androvid, you finally make it back, make it catch up with Soma, and when she sees you, she sees your skin like bright red and with little wisp of vapor coming off of it. Do you say anything, Soma?
Hold on, I'm looking at my cantrips.
All right.
I
Can't believe Andron's gonna die in the first session.
By his own hand.
I don't know that I have the only thing I have that's like even potentially useful is healing plaster, and I don't think that's gonna work.
If only it was healing the plastered.
Hey, yeah, I have cantrip healing plaster.
We can see what that does.
This is not administer first aid or treat wounds. It would just be me like slapping some mud on your face. It does nothing, and it's just a little embarrassing for us both.
A little embarrassing. A little. A little embarrassing, she says.
Only a little. I don't see what the problem is.
So have a hero point or story point.
Look, I worked in the circus. I have no sense of shame.
Soma worked in the circus?
Yeah, I was a fortune teller. You know my backstory.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was with a circus. I was with a traveling circus. That's why I have the most useful lore lore proficiency imaginable. Plus 16 in circus. Anyways. Yeah, no, I just kind of shake my head and say, it might be better for your health in the long run if you... Never mind. Give you a thumbs up and just keep jogging.
Okay.
There's lots of people at the ranch.
Lots of people.
You learn to pick your battles.
Back at the ranch, Crystal comes back to check on the drunken man that she locked in the barn, only to find the barn door sitting open, and inside, Rune is laying against the beam in a sort of daze. "Look at all the bunnies," says Rune. The drunken man is nowhere to be found. Crystal says, "Oh my gods. Someone please explain to me why in the god's name we keep her employed here?" Rune hiccups. "I'm surprised she even has a license to fly that thing," says Crystal. "She does have a license, right?" Rune hiccups again. "A license to marry and be merry." Rune says, "Clearly in another world. The Tribunal, the Hidden Archives, the Wayfinder Society. I'm surrounded by crazies. Even my own Mystimon. She says she motions to the corner. She's looking at the corner, and there, floating in midair, is her spooklar. I didn't even know a ghost Mystimon could drink. Someone please check B into Darkon Sanatorium. And the drunken man has disappeared.
Speaking of the drunken man, is anything else going on with my condition?
Yeah. Now that you mention it, Soma, you take just a quick glance at Androvin, and you notice that his hair is on fire. And he has no idea. He doesn't see it. He doesn't notice it. He doesn't feel it.
Okay. Okay. And he's not like blistering or anything?
No.
Okay. You know, I'm not going to say anything. Just going to keep this to myself.
Probably chuckling under your breath. Let this be a lesson. Do not partake.